He was then selected under a .4 scheme of the Government of India and the Government of the United States of America to send young students for the learning of techniques of farming in the US and return to India and introduce new methods of farming. Award with a cash prize on graduating from Macalester. He was thereafter admitted to the University of Minnesota School of Public Administration, now known as the Hubert Humphrey Institute, for his postgraduate degree in political science and further for PhD. His amiable personality and leadership qualities soon had him elected as a secretary of the newly formed Indo-American Association of the University of Minnesota. He completed his PhD in 1959 with a dissertation on the Union Public Service Commission of India. Whilst doing his PhD, he also worked as an analyst in the state government of Minnesota under Governor Mr. Freeman, who went on to be a great friend of Surender. Senator Hubert Humphrey, who would later become the Vice President of America, and Surender struck up a friendship. He was offered a post in Korea, which he declined, but soon decided to join Carthage College in 1963 as Professor Public Administration. Vice President Hubert Humphrey was most forthcoming when Dr. Singh requested him to allow his students to sit in the visitors' gallery at the Washington, D.C. White House premises to observe the Senate proceedings. Dr. Singh was innovative in his ideas and always raring to go. On a short visit to the University of La Crosse, Wisconsin, he was offered the post of Head of Department of Public Administration, which was a huge promotion from a private college in Illinois to a major university. He took up the assignment, and the Dean of the Social Science Department, Carl Wimberly, was most impressed, as was the president of the university. Dr. Singh, as always, displayed great leadership qualities and had Ambassador T.N. Cole, Mr. B.K. Nehru, Mr. Dayal, and the likes visit the university. A true patriot, he promoted India greatly. He established the India Cultural Center at Macalester, and 2 decades later, he was awarded the Distinguished Citizens Award by Macalester College. Virginia was born in Vrindavan in a modest middle-class family on August 30th, 1929. Sporty and vibrantly intelligent, bordering to genius, she was also the angel of her American missionary principal, Miss Everly, at Girls' Mission School at Mathura. Due to her 90 percentile marks and resolve for excellence, she was offered further studies free of cost at Lal Bagh Girls' School in Lucknow. The journey of her academic excellence continued at Isabella Thoburn College, where her principal, Miss Sarah Chaco, was her spiritual advisor as well, and she developed a deeply religious and spiritual bent of mind. Virginia settled into her very first job with gusto and invigorated energy. She taught English to classes 1 to 8. Virginia was good at singing, and she was selected to be the part of the Methodist choir, which received an invite from the Methodist Church to perform at the centenary celebrations of the church in the United States of America. Virginia traveled all over the United States with the Methodist choir group, which disbanded in late 1956, and she joined the George Peabody College for Teachers in Nashville, Tennessee, to pursue her master's in education. As they both excelled in their jobs as teachers, they also addressed large gatherings promoting the Indian subcontinent, lectures at churches, mingling with powers that be, governors, ambassadors, and even got invited to the White House, where they met Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, Mrs. Indira Gandhi, Mr. B.K. Nehru, Ambassador T.N. Kaul, and the likes, and senators and president-elects. Pandit Nehru also quipped that dynamic people like Surender ought to return to the homeland and serve. Surender and Virginia were also in the media glare for their amiable ways, as they were also a large part of political and religious forums. Whether it was their stint at Carthage College, Illinois, or Wisconsin State University, or their initial years at the Twin Cities, Surender and Virginia enthralled. They took up human rights for blacks and non-white minorities settled in a primarily white backyard. Professor Surender Singh established United Campus Ministry at the University of Wisconsin, where students discussed animatedly their issues. He was further invited to start a political science association for the University of Wisconsin as the founding president. Dr. and Mrs. Singh were recognized globally when they attended the Rotary International Convention in New Mexico. Surender had developed a friendship with Mrs. Indira Gandhi, who, on becoming Prime Minister in 1966 and on a visit to United States, once again reminded Surender of her father's quip about returning to his homeland. After stupendous success in the United States of America from 1956 to 1968, Surender and Virginia decided to return to India with children, bag and baggage.